I recently read an article about the governor of Virginia who had issued guidance for the schools. And it would have students drop off their cell phones at the beginning of the school day and then pick them up after the final class had concluded. The catalyst for this plan is the link between student cell phone use during and between classes and the negative consequences such as difficulty paying attention to the teachers, but also anxiety and depression that the young people are suffering at a much greater level than we did when we were younger. Research has shown that the students receive more than 200 notifications on their cell phones a day, and 2/3 of them honestly report being distracted by all this stimuli. The most troubling concern, though, is the significant increase in teenage girls considering suicide. The latest report is that it's up 60%. Now, we know that there are multiple factors involved with the mental health of our young people. However, in addition to seriously looking at the external influences, such as cell phones, we must also remember the importance of their knowing God. For as we know, there is no one who knows us better than God. In today's readings, whether it is St. Paul's letter to the Galatians, telling his story of conversion and missionary work, or St. Luke's gospel account of Jesus speaking to Martha and telling her he understood her anxiety, both are reminders to us that when we're discouraged or we're searching for answers, that it is through our relationship with God that we can find a reason for hope and a friend to lead us. One of the areas that our young people struggle with has to do with their physical appearance. And as I reflected on today's psalm, I was drawn to the part that says, "Truly, you have formed my inmost being. You have knit me in my mother's womb. I give you thanks that I am fearfully, wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works." Whether we are young, middle-aged, or senior citizens, we all need to be reminded that God has carefully and lovingly created us, body and soul. Yes, there are those considered by the world to be more attractive or more gifted than others, but that verse is God speaking to each of us, reassuring us that despite the words of others or our own self-criticisms, we are each wonderfully created by God. But you know, it's not enough to simply read and pray over that passage, but we also need to enter more deeply into our relationship with God. Currently, there's a temptation for people of all ages to spend more time looking at their phone or tablet or laptop and interacting with social media and wondering what other people think about us and wondering if we are connected with God enough. And over the years, I've noticed that the people who are the most optimistic, the people who are the most caring, are the ones who both know and want to please God first. They understand that God is not only our creator and our redeemer, but also the one who wants to guide us, and the one who, because he made us and understands us, has the ability to speak to and touch our hearts and our minds in ways that lead us to the everlasting ways. Just as he did with St. Paul and Martha, just as he has done in each of our lives, including bringing us to Mass today. My brothers and sisters, God has wonderfully made each one of us. Let us give thanks at this Mass. And also, let us share this message with our family members and friends, especially those who most need to know the love that God has for them and the peace and the joy that he can bring into their lives, if only they stay connected.